Maybe.
Hello, and welcome back to the Gamers Channel. I'm Trent Gander. I'll be your dungeon master for this evening, and we're going to get back into the adventures of forging the Onyx.
Moose
Um,
knuckle.
yes, Moose Knuckle. And last week, the party were able to acquire this new mode of transportation between Giva and the Oasis. Experimental technology that was like a ship, but only it sailed through the air instead of the ocean. And the reason why they needed this is because of the death of Frederick von Steuben. They were trying to deal with what to do with his body. Are they going to resurrect them? Is he going to come
Besides
back?
eating it.
Besides eating it. And with the sacred 11 herbs and spices of Tredskala's tribe to keep people smelling good after they're dead, not much else was done other than reporting that uh, some of this technology might be in the hands of Saronicus, and that the king was informed of the death of Frederick as well as Sir Algrim. And we left off there. We're going to pick up at some point within that 24 hours. We were also introduced to an interesting new character whose name really hasn't been mentioned, but was doing shady deals in the back alleys of the Oasis.
Real quick, do I know the name of the guy that I met with?
No,
Okay, making sure.
yes, it was a quote unquote new player in town, and it was all very hush hush and very close to the chest, close to the vest. I'm mixing up my idioms.
I mean, it's kind of the same.
Yeah. So, um, King Arioch is thinking over and communing with whatever things he needs to commune with, and we're on the subject of um, Frederick's possible reinstatement to life, and the party's just kind of in and around the palace. What are you guys doing?
I gotta somehow tell him about the ship's interiors, because the rest of the party knows, and Skythorn and Mr. Black know, but King Arioch doesn't. I gotta tell him somehow or other.
Right.
But if he's deep in communing, I think it can probably wait till afterward.
So we're already up in the ships, right?
No, you have landed. The ship has landed within the courtyard of the palace, and you have disembarked.
Hey, BRB. I don't know. I said that. I'll be right back. I'm not a fucking 13-year-old girl.
Hey, well, that's to be determined. All right.
2 boars and a giant badger. By the way.
I was wondering, 2 boars and a giant badger now wandering around with Tredskala within the palace of the Oasis.
We wait expectantly to figure out what animals he has with him for today.
Every day I gotta do it.
Legitimately, yeah.
Every day.
So let's see. Let's do a roll for to make some more antitoxin.
Okay.
Let's see. My character sheet would do its thing. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, feel free to yeah, no, you get the stuff together, but you don't really make much antitoxin. It just kind of slips from your mind. You're like, I wish I could remember. What?
What was I doing again? Trying to make the antitoxin.
Yeah, I thought that was like a legitimate question, not an in-game thing. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. If you haven't really noticed.
That's okay. Me too.
Okay.
So failing that, I mean, I guess we could just wait or talk amongst ourselves. I don't really have anything I really want to do very much.
Okay. So it's about late morning, shall we say. Couple days after leaving Giva, a messenger comes up and approaches you, Lundgren.
Me, okay.
You recognize him as Zolthar.
Oh dear. Okay. Lothar.
Hello. Your presence is required by one whole spawn.
Oh, okay. Does the rest of the party need to come along too?
Preferably.
Okay. I will make that happen. This is an as soon as possible meeting, am I right?
Preferably. And where is your nobleman?
He's incommunicado.
Get him uncommunicado and bring him with.
I don't think that's the right word. Yeah.
I don't think so either.
Incognito.
No, just say dead. Just tell him I'm dead.
He's expired.
He fell in battle.
His
and
free trial expired.
that's pretty funny. I mean about the free trial.
Unfortunate. Well, gather your comrades. I shall wait here.
Okay. I go to get the rest of the party and tell them that Zulthar said Holsborn wants to see us.
You mean the guy that kind of sounds like me?
Maybe a little bit. He's that one merchant fella. Like the Giva equivalent. Well, this is kind of out of character because I don't know if my character would know these words, but he's basically Giva's equivalent of the mob.
He's the Oasis's equivalent of the mob.
Oh, right. Giva is somebody else.
Giva is somewhere else, but yes. Holsborn is more of Giva's equivalent, or not Holsborn. Damn it. Mr. Black is more of Giva's equivalent of the mob.
Oh, okay.
Concurrently, Stephen,
Sir.
your character
Yes.
is approached in the street by this kind of teenage-looking child. Excuse me, sir.
I'll just keep walking.
Sir, come back. He kind of catches up and blocks your path a little bit.
Move along, child.
One of your associates seeks your aid.
Which one?
Holsborn.
What does he need of me?
He has a problem that needs taken care of, and your skills, and he kind of runs his eyes over your equipment, are most fitted for this task.
What's the pay?
As was in the past, the same, which you know would be about 1,000 gold.
It'll do for now. I'll be there momentarily.
Good, good. And he fades back into the crowds.
Zulthar met us after we left Giva, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming that I can't remember how far apart Giva and the Oasis are. Did we use the boat?
Yes, you use the boat.
Oh, okay.
It's about 2 weeks from here to Giva.
Okay.
From the Oasis to Giva.
I kind of figured that was the case, but I just wanted to make sure because it seems like the boat is going to become a more regular thing now.
By airship, it's 4 weeks, or by land.
No, by land it's by a week, and it's like 2 days by airship.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks. 2 weeks on foot or horse, and 2 days by airship.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm assuming you have gathered your associates together, Lundgren.
Yes.
All right. Zulthar leads you to a different part of town, and it is Holsborn's, we shall refer to as his primary office.
Okay.
The time is about the same, kind of throughout all the city. It's very easy to get here. Your introduced into there, and Holzborn is sitting behind a desk, and he says, "Good day to you.
Good day, Mr.
Please,
Borne.
please sit." And he kind of motions for people to bring in chairs for you. Says, "I have a important matter for your attention. Yeah. Where is Frederick?"
He's dead.
Unfortunate.
As a result of that, leadership of our little group has passed to me, whether temporarily or permanently. I'm not aware just yet.
Well, it is still a heavy burden either way. If you will kindly wait here with me, I have another associate of mine coming in, and then we shall deal with the task at hand. And 5-ish minutes later, Stephen character comes in.
Okay, give me 1 second. I was not prepared. I did not know it'd be a coming together kind of meeting. All right. So yeah, in comes Bruno. Bruno Watts. He I'd say like late 20s, about 5'9", 5'10", thin build. He's missing half the hair on the left side of his head. The right side's very closely cropped hair. The left eye is completely scarred shut from like a horrible, horrible burn. Like the ear is fucked up too. Just the whole left side. Yeah, and actually, kind of because of that, he wears this kind of like head rig on the right side of his head that has like little flip down magnifying glasses and such. Some of them are different colors for different things. Yeah, wears very simple black armor, black leather armor. Has a black cloak over him and a satchel off to his left side.
Oh,
No hat.
this is out of character. I think that description is cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's supposed to be, damn it.
No, it is. It is.
That's very kind of you.
You're welcome. A lot better than I would have described my character, for sure.
Oh, and the one good eye is blue.
Oh, okay.
The one good eye is blue.
I mean, like
Wait.
the iris, the whole thing is just blue.
No, the iris is blue. But there is a large purple mark on the left side of the face, like over the scar tissue. It's concerning.
So is it disease, or I guess we'll have to find out.
You'll never know.
Well, I
The
mean,
world may never know.
Actually, Brock, you would notice. Is Brock there in the meeting?
Yes.
yeah.
You would notice that it is very similar to the mark that you carry yourself.
Mhm.
So a dragon mark.
A little different. Mine's a bloodline. His is not.
Okay.
Ah, Mr. Watt, thank you for coming. I have, he gets up stiffly, like one of his arms comes in close to his torso, and he has a bit of trouble getting up out of his chair. He says, I have a matter of some concern to me. It
Who kicked your
appears
ass?
he kind of starts chuckling at this very almost astute observation. He says, if it were only so simple. And he
It was a lot
pulls
of
back.
people.
He pulls back the coat and the vest, and he lifts up the shirt, and you see that there is heavy bandaging over the left side of his abdomen, and there's kind of blood soaking through in this one very particular little area. And he says, "It appears, despite the fact that my wish to stay out of politics, many have decided to vote me out of the market within the Oasis." And he lowers the shirt and starts redoing the vest and his coat. This is someone had decided to shoot me within the last week, and I am much concerned that they will try again, let alone that they should be allowed to make such an attempt again. This is where you fine gentlemen, and he looks at Tread as he says this, come in.
So you want us to secretly hunt them down and make sure they're not a problem anymore?
Preferably secretly, although I would not mind it to be a little bit more open as to when they expire.
We can do the hunting in secret, then the death a little more public, depending on how things play out, if that's your preference.
It is. Although I do have my suspicions as to who might be behind this. He eases himself back into the chair.
Care to share, or is that something you'd like us to discover on our own?
Well, I would not. I would like it taken care of very, very efficiently, if you don't mind, and so I shall share with you. I do believe that this Saronicus individual does not like my, shall we say, booming enterprise within the Oasis. He has been running up against a number of my agents, shall we say, over the last month, and has only escalated from there. And while I much prefer to keep my people safe, you gentlemen, except for your unfortunate leader, seem to be more suited for the rigors of finding and eliminating these people than without the risk of my own highly irreplaceable employees. I much prefer to subcontract this out to more capable individuals, shall we say.
Okay. So, how do I say this without sounding like a total fool? We'll be fairly compensated for this service. I'll take it.
Payment?
Yes.
I shall ensure that you are justifiably compensated for any blood or treasure spent in this endeavor.
Okay. So, is there anything else other than what you've already shared with us that you would like to share? I mean, like the location of the last attack, maybe, or anything you've been able to figure out about movement that we can follow up on?
No.
Okay. That's fine. We'll, we have a knack for finding Saronicus followers and such, so we should be able to make do.
Thank you. Now, and he signals, and one of his associates comes out and hands several bags, a bag each to each one of you. Watts's bag seems to be a little bit larger. This is the upfront payment. There'll be more depending on the speed and the effectiveness of your investigation later. I do apologize. This stomach wound has certainly messed with my cognitive abilities, and I really should not be up as much as I am, or so my physician recommends.
Do you need healing?
That would be much appreciated.
Before you do, can I look at the wound?
You may.
Not go up and unwrap it. I'll flick down one of my magnifying glasses. What would you like me to? I just want to what made it, what kind of wound it was, if there was anything magical behind it.
This would be a medicine check.
Okay. Specifically, did I make it?
It appears to be what you would know as a gunshot wound.
Okay, but nothing like I've made.
It looks to be like a standard, run of the mill pistol wound size. Holzborn's carrying at least one of these on him himself. This is the, for lack of a better term, the kind of Glock caliber of Giva and the Oasis. You can get these.
A budget gun.
Is there any kind of a burning around the wound, singeing?
No, there's no indication of it either being explosive or a contact shot. This was taken from
A distance.
a distance, yeah.
Okay. Is it coming at an angle or is it flat?
It looked like it might have been he turned, and it just, as he turned, instead of being a centerline gut shot, it just kind of started going out the
Okay.
side.
So they're on the ground. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hmm.
As you're
Impressive.
doing this, a large brown lizard folk pushes in, lays a scaly hand on the wound, and it heals up, and looks like there's nothing there. And Borne just kind of looks at it and says, I was kind of looking forward to the scar, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Pay him another
It'd be
10
like
gold.
I can put a new scar there.
Oh no! I don't say that out loud.
You were paid an extra 10 gold for your services, Tread.
Yes.
Sounds like
By the
fun.
way, it's 1,000 gold within Watts's bag and Watts bag.
Bruno. His name
Bruno's bag.
Bruno's bag.
Bruno-
1,000
is
gold.
Bruno Watt. Like a gigawatt, a singular watt.
Yes.
Is that the measurement from Back to the Future?
No, that's a literal.
Well, no, gigawatt is a mispronunciation. It is a gigawatt. But yes, gigawatt is from Back to the Future. But no, a watt is a real thing.
Oh, I know a
What are you
watt is a
talking
thing.
about?
I was
Yeah.
about the pronunciation of that word.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's 200 gold in each of the
Probably
bags
be-
that you're given.
Gigawatt.
Okay, so
Except for Treads, which now has 210.
200. I'll just put that into my thing.
Mhm.
My section of my currency pouch.
By the way, a point of order. Stephen, was the group party funds in the bag?
They were. Do
Okay.
you need to know the amounts? Because I have everything.
No, I just need to know that like your corpse is not having the party funds on it.
No,
He
my
doesn't
corpse
have a
does
ton of
not-
money in his dead pockets.
Just
My corpse
move
does
him.
not contain the gold. But yeah, if anyone needs specific information, I have it all written down.
Okay,
Whoever's going to be the keeper of the bag.
we'll figure that out later.
It's
So
me.
far, that's been it's Tread Scala.
Okay,
Trust
Unless
is
someone
now the
else
keeper.
asks for it, I just have it.
I mean, I would have no problem like keeping track of the inventory and everything, like out of character. If that's,
that's
what you
fine.
guys want me to keep doing.
I mean, you're gonna be back soon anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with you keeping track of that stuff.
Okay.
I still have to mutter in character about being impressed by the medical examination because my character doesn't know jack about medicine.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that he said that out loud, just that he knows it as he's looking at it.
My guy does three things really well: stupid bullshit, fixing bullshit, rolling up bullshit. That is it.
Okay.
Holzborn kind of starts removing the extra bandages since he doesn't need them anymore, and starts piling them on the desk. He says,
You want me to clean
Now.
those up?
he just kind of shoots a look at you. Says, "Now, if you will excuse me, I believe you have a task ahead of you, and I have much more work to get to than I was expecting to do today."
Understood.
Dismissed.
All right.
Real quick, Trent, as part of my being a dragon marked human, I have a skill called Magecraft. The
Mm-hmm.
racial ability. It allows me to create a temporary magical item
Mm-hmm.
out of common materials. I choose a wizard cantrip, and as long as I have the item with that wizard cantrip, I can use that cantrip until the end of a long rest. Then I have to replace it with a new item or the same cantrip.
So, I know this isn't a cantrip. So, if you had something infused with, say, magic missile,
Yes,
okay,
it'd be like if I like season 1 of Critical Role with
the hand.
no, not the hand. Like what's his name? Sam Riegel's second character,
Oh,
Gary Darrington.
yes.
He could infuse coins with spells.
So something like that.
Shots, yeah. but except this is cantrips that I can continue to use until the next day.
All right. So,
All right.
Coins of invisibility, etc.
Well, cantrips only.
Cantrips only.
Yeah. Which leaves me very specific. But yeah, I currently have let's go with Ray of Frost. No, Shocking Grasp. No.
Shocking.
I'll figure it out. I'll let you know in a minute.
So you're not muttering this out loud, are you?
I'm starting to get
No.
such a Joker vibe off of this guy, like Mark Hamill's Joker.
You know what? Let's go with Chill Touch. A good necromancy spell. That's a good one. And if anything, he's closer to Two-Face.
Yeah, he is.
True, but the shocking grasp thing put it over the edge for me.
Man, did you not listen to my glove last week? Oh my god, it's gonna be so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Apparently.
I have so many ideas now. I'm gonna make a car.
Out of seriousness, I really want to get a wagon in Curse of Strahd and paint it green, blue, and with orange flowers on it, just because my group is Scooby Doo.
I'm telling you, man. Anyway, let's get going.
All right.
Am I leaving with them?
If you choose to, yes. You kind of get the hint from Borne having you both there at the same time. He's hoping that you pool your resources, so to speak.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll follow them out and just immediately just like, which one of you was the leader?
That would be me.
Okay.
I don't raise my hand, but
Who's
Yeah. Doing that would definitely mean you're not the leader.
yeah, I know.
And I'm very seriously having to like move the entire body to look around because I cannot see out of the left side of my face. Just look. Which one of you? That one. Okay. Who do you have for contacts here?
Let's see. Zulthar,
Eh,
it's a good one. We bumped into him on the way here. Let's see.
also
There-
acts like a big fish, but he's really just a messenger.
Interesting. We'll have to talk more about him later, apparently. Let's see who else. There was some weird chick, but I think she was working for the other guys and tried to bump us off, so we'll forget that. Oh.
You mean Miss Jackson?
Oh no, it was no, never mind. It was
Miss Jackson's a dude.
this I forgot about him.
Is that who you say? You say Miss Jackson?
Yeah, there was other ones too, but I don't have my
Trent,
notes
am I-
in properly.
Trent, am I familiar with Miss Jackson? Do I know her? We work together. Do I know him?
Wait.
Excuse me. Shit.
I'm messing
Yeah,
it up.
you would know of Miss Jackson, and you probably had crossed paths a couple of times.
They could be useful. Who else?
Do I need to remind you, or do you want to?
I'm not gonna. I feel like a dope, but I don't want to struggle for the next however long it is. I know we're doing to other people here.
You technically have contacts within the palace because the king.
Oh
You
yeah.
also have relations with the Stone Syndicate with Ed Bostone.
Okay.
You also have contacts with Thaddeus Sweet Tea.
I forgot about him. That was
How
could
can
I
you forget about
him?
Thaddeus?
I was scared to death of him because he sounded like he was gonna slit our throats in our sleep.
Hey, by the way, since you're going to be making a car, Thaddeus is going to be really interested in that.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna be making it's gonna be a wagon with some kind of rudimentary steam engine. But Jesus Christ, I have just all the ideas.
Okay.
As long as it explodes, I'm sure Thaddeus will be fine with it.
We have connections in the palace. We also have had dealings with Thaddeus Sweet Tea. You're familiar with him or no?
Trent, am I familiar with Mr. Sweet Tea?
You have heard of him, but not necessarily working out of the Oasis. But you probably would have had things filtered through to you through your contacts that Thaddeus was at least in town the last month or so, and trying to set up a trade route with Borne.
I know of him. I don't think I've met him face to face. Do you guys know Naki?
Yes,
Okay.
we had to.
Naki's usually good for a bit of information if you squeeze him right.
Yep.
Let's go see this Mr. Sweet Tea. He might be able to help us out. He said he works. I would know that he works with a Borne occasionally. They're like competing rivals.
It sounds more like an agreement has recently been reached,
Okay.
and somebody had organized this this meeting, and you remember an odd group of individuals being reported to be the contact or middleman for that.
Okay.
Okay, so are we going to see Thaddeus right now then?
Well, you're the leader. Let's go.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. All of my details are slipping me for some reason or other.
Yeah, this is why you take notes. Just a little bit.
I did take notes, but they're all jumbled, and I don't have the right information directly in front of me.
Trent, I just felt bad because I honestly have like 13 pages of notes written out that I cannot use.
Because you're a
They're all
different character.
They're all Fredericks. I was like, I know everyone's information.
Hey, that's what happens when you die and get a new character.
Okay, so we're going to see Thaddeus.
But you don't actually know where he's holed up.
Nope. So then we have to talk to somebody else who does, maybe. We could go back to Holes.
You're
said-
literally just outside the door of where he is.
I could go back in real quick. Is he there?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay. Mr. Borne,
Yes.
you've recently had an uneasy kind of bargain with one Thaddeus Sweet Tea.
I wouldn't say it's uneasy, but yes, I do have a bargain with him.
Okay. Do you happen to know where he is at this point?
I can. Why?
I want to start there as far as getting some feelers out to see more about the Saronicus incident, etc., to see what he knows, if he can help us.
That is a wise choice. I shall send a runner to let him know that you are coming, since the attempt on my life has made him a bit jumpy. And I shall get Zulthar to bring you to his location.
Okay, thanks.
Is that all?
Yes, it is.
All right. Please close the door.
Okay, I leave and shut the door on him.
Okay. Zulthar approaches the group.
Zulthar,
Yes.
so Holesborn said you would help us figure out where Thaddeus is.
I will lead you to his location. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
He just stands there, looking at you.
Zolthar, let's go.
I have to give the runners some time. They're not as fast as I am.
Yes, but you know where he is.
True. Do you want to be shot?
Would you?
No. So we give the runner some time. He kind of pauses. It's about 5 minutes. Come. He leads you through a number of the streets, and you're brought to another out-of-the-way spot. This one's a little nicer. It's kind of more of a tavern/hotel, but it's what we consider just above economy. And this is not like a very highfalutin, flashy place. This is where you come, where you have some money, but you don't want to be bothered. But still gritty enough so that you can have illegal activities. Follow me. He leads you up to 4th floor, and he knocks on the door. You hear some muttering coming from him and the inside. He says, "He's in here." And the door opens, and you're led into a very nice suite. The carpet's a little too thick, and it smells heavily of wood smoke and tobacco, and the drapes are kind of tattered. Everything's just in a little bit of state of disrepair, but it is a lot nicer than some of the places you've seen.
Is the suite perhaps T-shaped?
Yes,
I did not
you-
catch that. Unfortunately for me.
I don't think I caught whatever that was.
Sweet tea.
Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Okay.
Gentlemen. How did he turn Jamaican? Okay. It's been a while. What can I do for you? Where's someone I normally do with? Who are you?
Northern
Yeah.
Irish. You usually do Northern Irish.
North Ireland, yeah. I'm trying to get into that accent. It's been a while since I pulled it out. Buddy, sweet tea, at your services. How may I help you? Where's Frederick? Who are you? And he looks up and down.
Frederick is dead. Leadership of the group is passed to me. And this is our newest associate, shall we say, Bruno Watts. He's here to help us. 1 watt. Okay. Apologies. Bruno's here to help us with the Saronicus issue. As such, Hull's Borne had apparently been shot, and he wants us to find the perpetrators. He suspects strongly that it's Saronicus related and wants us to take care of things. That's why I decided to come to you to see if you had a lead on any activities so that we could quietly hunt them down and take them out.
Well, I did know of Mr. Bourne's unfortunate incident, and it is one of the reasons why I'm in this fine establishment. I've not after Saronicus has been worryingly quiet around this place, and despite your new associate here, I do not think that there's enough evidence for them to be really active here. I don't know about his lieutenants, but it's been way too quiet after a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
I know it wasn't much help at all, but I'll keep you informed if I find out anything.
All right. We appreciate it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Can I
All right.
insight check him?
You may.
Oh,
19.
He's holding something back.
Mr. Sweet Tea.
Yes, Mr. Watt, was it?
Yes, Watt. May I call you Thaddeus? You can call me Bruno. Makes everything easier.
I concur just a little bit, but all right.
I can see that you're a businessman of sorts, correct?
I'd like to think I am.
I'm a businessman as well as an inventor and many other things. Now I only have one good eye, but that one good eye is good at reading people. And I feel like you're holding something back from us, so I'll make you a deal. You're a businessman, like you said. I have something in my bag right here that I think you'll be very interested in. Usually, I charge a lot of money for these kinds of things. But for you, in exchange for what you know, I'll give it to you.
Depending on what it is, might have a deal.
I can almost guarantee you've never seen anything like it before.
Come into my office. And he gestures to come into a side room.
Can I bring one of them with me, or is it just me and you?
Do you trust them?
I don't trust you, but
Do you trust them a little more than you trust me?
well, they haven't tried to kill me, so yes.
Pick one then.
I should point at the one that's the leader because No one has told me their names. It's like you, well, you're weird looking. Come here.
He does have a pot on his head. That is canon. That's what he gets an extra AC from.
You can call me Lundgren or Bask. Bask works fine.
Well, which is it?
Bask.
Okay. Bask, come in here.
Alrighty.
Go into a small side room. It's sitting room, more private, kind of study-esque, but there's no books because they most likely get stolen in this part of town. There's a couple of seats, a coffee table, and he sits down across from it. All right.
And I'll reach over. I'll reach into my vest, and I'll grab one of my bombs. It's a fist-sized ceramic ball, a ceramic pot with a little fuse out of it, and I'll sit it on the table. Do you know what this is?
He kind of looks at it, smells it. This is like a gunpowder bomb, not a fire bomb.
No, this is a gunpowder bomb.
Smells of gunpowder. I'm guessing this is pretty much how a pistol works, but out in the open.
Very, very astute of you.
All right.
Yeah, I can give you this, and you'll be one of 2 people in the world who have one of these.
Who's the other?
Me.
Uh,
I'm their creator. And you can do with that as you wish. Use it once, and that is it. Recreate them. I don't care.
all right. And the how effective are these?
Well, they'll kill the average man and anyone within 5 feet of him.
Is he kind of indicates your face. Is that how that happened?
That is an unrelated accident.
Fair enough. All right. He kind of mulls it over in his hand. If you give me the recipe, I'll give you an extra 100 gold at least. Maybe
Wait.
some kickbacks.
What, you don't have any craftsmen?
Oh yes, but this just saves me time and money.
That's fair. I'll get back in my satchel and I'll start going through my leaflets of paper and I'll pull it out and I'll make a quick copy. And I'll give them the recipe.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, to my end of the bargain,
And that was an extra 100, you said?
I
Extra
don't honestly remember the last time I've had Papa John's.
and he
Sorry.
pulls it
Used
out
to
and
go
puts
to
it on the
Pizza
table.
Hut.
Now he
Well,
holds. He's
Wisconsin,
still got
Poppers.
the hand grenade in his hand. He says, "Well,
My
guess
parents
it's
are
time
into
for
it.
me to hold up my end of the bargain. The Soronicus has been moving a lot of materials out of the
Because they
oasis.
like
I
moving.
don't know why. I
Because they like
am
moving.
surprisingly worried about that.
What kind of materials, you know?
Sorry, I'm
Yeah, kind of glares at you a little bit for interrupting. Raw materials, large pieces of metal, magical ingredients, many things. Not necessarily things that I would be interested in. Maybe, except for the enchanting materials. But there are rumbles, shall we say, of a build-up or an arms race, that Soronicus might be running up against Giva to try to produce more. And he kind of indicates the bomb in his hand. Produce more things like this than might be safe for your average person. Which I really don't care if you have something like this or magic or anything else. Everyone has their own niche in the market, but I really don't like the way Soronicus does business, shall we say. It's more market destroying than he is market benefit, and there seems to be more of a demand for him in destroying most of what my business is built on than anything else. I hear that they're working moving most of these materials not within Old Town itself, but outside into a few other strange places, such as Sunless to the north. Other than that, this seems like they're getting ready for maybe a big push, maybe some more things. Who knows? Maybe large numbers of people like Borne and myself might find ourselves on the wrong end of a pistol someday, or one of these. Who knows? Is there anything else you would like to know?
Mm. How can I get in touch with you again?
He kind of fishes around in one of his pockets and he pulls out a small crystal, blue in color, and he puts it on the table. I'm sure you're familiar with one of these. Yeah,
Am I?
it's a sending stone.
Oh, then yes.
You'll be able to reach me with that.
I will take that and deposit it in my bag.
Is there anything else?
I want to insight check him one more time just to make sure that's everything. $21.
Oh yeah, he's told you everything he's known about the situation that you need to know. Obviously, he's going to still hold things back about his business, but in regards to this topic, he's told you all that's pertinent.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. And if you have any more tricks up your sleeve that you might need backing or funding for, or a place to market, let me know.
We'll come back. I'll come back on personal time. I'm on the work clock right now.
Understandable. Do you drink?
No.
Oh, unfortunate. Some of us
Meddles
still
with
have
the
the
mind.
vice. What?
Meddles with the mind.
That's true. Sometimes I find that's a good thing. If that'll be all, please leave my place of safety because people such as yourselves and such as myself seem to attract more trouble in groups.
As there's an explosion outside.
I hope not.
Oh, that would have been perfect, though, wouldn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I said it.
All right, yeah. Just turn to Baskin. Where to next?
Well, I wonder if I should tell him about the list or if we should go to Senless.
Where?
What?
Where did you say?
The place where Thaddeus said if we should go look there. Where they've been moving materials.
Okay, yeah, I haven't uploaded that as a map.
Okay. So I would suggest we... So Tread would have the list because Frederick had the list, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where I suggest we start. If we could just go to track, not necessarily engage Lieutenants 4321 somehow.
Where? Because there were 6 lieutenants in Giva. There are 7 lieutenants in the Oasis.
Oh, that'll be useful information. Then if they're here and we're here, you could just go look around. I mean,
Well, sorry. To your knowledge, there are 7 lieutenants in Giva. Or the Oasis. Damn it.
so there might be more that we don't know about then.
Or they could have increased or they could have decreased.
Okay, so that's crap. Okay, I mean, I suggest we would just go. I wouldn't know where to go. They know what I look like. Not here, but I don't know if they would know. Crap. So it's kind of like how to look for a secret organization. It's like you can't really could go to
Well, I'd follow the money.
Okay, it's good following money, but we met people with money and they weren't too forthcoming about that.
But
So
the
we could
difference
go
is
to
that
places that were selling stuff and see if they sold Saronicas.
true. But not necessarily Holsborn and Thaddeus Sweet Tea aren't necessarily the money. And this is just a nitpick on my thing. They're merely businessmen, but where the stuff exchange hands, that's following the money. And since they're not within the area of influence of Saronicus, more like market opponents, they would not be the money where you would follow it.
Okay, so we would have to go to the people who Saronicus is dealing with, or how we can find out who they're buying their materials from and squeeze them till they give us some information.
Yes.
Then again, so in the Oasis, let's see.
Gotta check and see if I filled out the lieutenant's list.
I'm trying to remember if we have the Oasis map.
Oh, you are on the Oasis map. This is the Oasis.
Oh, okay. So we've got to get out of here and just go to. Okay, the arena and the palace are marked. Is there any other places where it's like the warehouse district or something like that?
Mostly, if I remember correctly, there is the political sectors on the east hand side. More of residentials on scattered around the arena. The western side is where a lot of trade is going on, but it's mostly between the palace and the arena where a lot of the trade is.
Okay, let's go there.
I really need to put more stuff for the Oasis Lieutenant. Okay, so you are going to be going somewhere within that location between the palace and the arena, yes?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, you technically are in there right now.
Right now? What?
Yes,
Okay.
because somewhere around here is like where Sweet Tea is staying, because he's
Oh,
just on the edge of where it's going to be business and residential, where it's out of the way.
okay. All right, so then I guess we could go, like, look around.
Okay.
Let's see. If I was a shady criminal organization, what would I do? Let's see.
Two shady crimes.
Shady crimes. I like it.
I'm not gonna be too much of a lead by the nose DM, but you have a shady character, several shady characters with you.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Unlike me, who does his crimes in the daylight.
Yeah,
Technically, you are shady.
that was wild.
I'm not shady. I just shoot from a distance
Okay, let's see.
or blow your house up. Who knows?
Bruno, may I call you Bruno?
You may.
Okay. Do you have any contacts here in the Oasis in regards to shipping, warehousing, anybody that could sell or transport the materials that Thaddeus told us Saronicus is running about here?
Trent, would I?
Well, seeing as a lot of the things that they're using for whatever purpose are also some of the very same things you use to make firearms, yes, you would have some contacts dealing with shipping and or resource gathering, for lack of a better term.
I know a guy who deals in bulk metal and the such. Let's go see him. He might know something.
Okay.
Oh, Trent, what is this guy's name?
I'm coming up with it right now.
Call him Juan.
Those are always the best ones.
Yes. All right.
Sham Wow Holstein.
All right. I will take the suggestion. He is Juan.
How do you spell that?
Juan.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like Juan, like an Asian name, not the Spanish Juan.
Juan La Guerra.
Okay, Juan Laguerra. Yeah, let's go see my guy. He's a human, I assume, or
He is a human.
all right. Go find his warehouse because if he's dealing in bulk metal, he has a warehouse.
Okay.
So you make your way out of the shops more toward the western side where it's more storagey, and you come to Juan's warehouse.
I just opened the door.
All right. There's a very small booth area, similar to, for lack of a better term, where Frederick picked up that one guy before his death, leading out into the open area in the back.
Is anyone sitting at the table?
There's not, but there is a bell.
I'm just gonna walk back there.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Is that Juan?
It's Juan.
Juan, it's Bruno.
Bruno, hey, what are you doing there, man?
We have
Bruno.
we need to talk, Juan. We need to talk about some stuff.
Hey, I got your shipment. Don't worry, don't worry. You
Outside
got
of
the
that,
best metals. Oh, then what are you here for?
are you dealing with anyone you're not supposed to be dealing with?
Oh, that's
It's a
kind
very
of a
straightforward.
broad term.
Juan, are you dealing with Seronicus?
Maybe there's a couple of people who don't really want me to know who they are, and I
There's an
just
audible click.
Where I come from, that
Bruno,
means yes.
Bruno, calm down, calm
Juan,
down.
you're fucking with my employers.
Listen, money's good. Can we both agree on that?
Money is good, but when your employers try to knock off my employer, there's an issue.
Hey,
Because if I'm not making money, I'll make sure you're not making money.
times have been tough the last couple of years. Yeah, it's doing real good in Giva, but in the Oasis, at least in this part, it's not as good, man.
All right. So tell me about these people you're dealing with.
Oh, there's 2 to 3 companies. They want a lot of, shall we say, enchantable metal. So a little bit on the higher end, not as high as the stuff that you want, but it's expensive.
Any face-to-face meetings?
Maybe one,
What did they look like?
black elf. No, real dark skin, kind of like a shadow. Had problems with the light.
I'll turn to Bosk. Does it sound like anyone you know?
As a player, I'm familiar with the Drow, but is my character familiar with Drow or no?
Would that have been in the history books of Sarand?
I don't know, Trent. What is?
It's a Lumbian civilization. I have the Lumbian book, but they weren't Drow, were they?
Yeah, they're Drow. Yeah,
Oh,
there would be some mention of some knowledge of Drow
okay, because
because they would be living in the Southern Break at some point, and the dwarves would have had some conflict. So that would have filtered out. Knowledge of them would have filtered out to the rest of the kingdom.
all right, so I can say I'm familiar with Drow then. That's Drow are dark elves who live underground,
Did you
and
get?
they're pretty well, mostly evil and generally up to no good, although some are not here and there. But mostly they're not to be trifled with, no matter the price.
Juan, did you get a name?
Let me. I got it somewhere. Let me check it out. You can come with if you want.
Well, I was gonna come with you anyway. I need to look at my shipment.
Okay. Okay. Are they coming too?
Yes, they're coming with me.
Kind of rolls his eyes. All right. He goes into a back office. He starts rifling through papers. There it is. Vekri Rugus. I think that's how you pronounce it. His handwriting is terrible.
What's the name?
Vekri Ruguc.
How do you spell Vector?
Vecri.
So Vector what?
Rugus. Ruguk. He
Spell that,
pronounced it Rugus.
spell that please.
Ruguc.
Vector Ruby.
He'll probably have to repeat that 2 or 3 more times before I stop screwing that up.
I got it. All right. Next time one of them comes looking for stuff, you let me know as soon as you do, as you hear.
Now, why?
Send all your runners.
Now, why would I want to do that? It's bad for business.
Because if you don't, he's likely going to come back and kill you.
No, I won't kill him. I'll kill his family.
There's no need to be hasty.
Then your runners had better be quick.
Fine.
All right. Now, where's my shipment? Let me see it.
Not all of it's come in. About half of it's come in. Come over here. He shows you a decent box. Some really high grade ores. Some of them are in ingots. Some of them are just raw material.
Okay. And how much are we looking at for this right now?
The normal price about at this weight. He kind of jostles the large box a bit, moves some of the things around. It's almost getting close to 1,000 gold.
Okay.
Almost. And this is not like a little box. This is like
It's a large chest.
it's probably 6 foot by 6 foot by 6 foot. Wow.
Okay. All right. I need something else too.
What is it?
I need copper. I need a
Copper.
lot of copper.
Are we talking high end copper? Or are we talking low end copper? Because I got some of that right now.
Juan, come on now.
Yeah.
Only the highest. That and let's go with brass.
Copper and brass. Okay. How much you willing to put up for it? Because that's starting to go kind of high in the prices. A lot of it's going elsewhere.
What's the market price per pound?
Per pound, it's about 2 to 3 gold per pound.
For copper or for the brass?
Kind of the same thing, but yeah, mostly for the copper. A little less for the brass, because you gotta mix some stuff into it, and that can make it a little bit of copper go a lot farther.
Let's go for let's do, how about this? Me and you will do five gold a pound. Can you do 5 gold a pound for the
I can
boat?
do five. I can do five for a pound of both for 5 gold.
Yeah.
I can get you a pound now.
No, I don't need it right now. We're discussing a price. And then I want 100 pounds of each, so I'll give you 750
$7.50
for 100 pounds of each.
for 100 pounds each. That's doable.
All right, let me know, and I'll go ahead and give him the 750, and I'll give him the 2,000 that I owe him because he owes me, because I have half my shipment here, and that was about 1,000 gold, right?
Yeah.
So the other half should be about 1,000 as well. So 2,750. I'll
All
give
right.
it.
All right. Okay, I'll get you your copper. I'll get you some. Is there anything else? No, like that you
You got
just
any
absolutely need.
You got any good crystal for like enchanting and magical imbuing?
I might be able to get some crystal, but I'm mostly metals, man. There's some offscouring from the mining process that they ship to me as side projects, but mostly like gem shops and stuff like that pay a much higher price and they get first dibs.
Okay, I'll have to go talk to one of them then. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, and Juan,
Yeah.
Be fast.
What?
I said be fast.
Takes time to move metal.
No. Be fast when they come back to you, because they're gonna come back to you.
Oh,
You know how volatile this stuff is that I work with. I'd hate for an accident to happen
hey,
again.
we don't need any accidents going on.
All right, and I'll leave.
Okay.
I'll follow him because I got nothing here much to do except for marveling about all this metal and wondering what he's going to do with so much of it.
Everything.
Well, see, I don't know. I don't know that.
Do we know why we lost Ralph?
Oh, I didn't even realize Ralph was gone.
Is this time stamped?
I literally just saw him leave.
Okay. No, we don't know.
Probably to take a smoke, right?
But he never like logs out.
Right. He just says,
Logged out. Okay.
hey, I got to take a smoke. And then he would just put himself on mute or whatever. And then just leave after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. I just turned to basket. Do you guys have anything else you guys need to do, or?
No. Just got to figure out, unless you want to go search for some lieutenants here, unless you want to, if you don't want to wait for Juan to bring word.
No, he'll bring it when he needs to.
Okay.
Trent, would I know? I deal with shady people. I would know Saronicus, right? I would know some of the guys.
You would know that there are a couple of people working for Saronicus. You might know some of them. You
I'm gonna
just
go-
did a business deal with some of them.
Well, I didn't know they were with Saronicus.
Oh. That's
Listen.
telling information.
I'm gonna go reach out to my other contact. No, I don't. I told them I'd reach out to them when I have a product.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn to the group and just go. If you guys need me, and I'll tell them where I live at, and I'll be there because I'm gonna go work on something. If you guys find out anything, come find me.
Okay. Thanks. Oh, one more thing. Not to get pushy or anything, but you've had extensive injuries that have probably happened over a period of time. Have you learned to live with them to compensate well?
Well enough.
Okay, so to the point where you maybe couldn't imagine your life without the injuries, or no?
What are you hinting at? Just say it.
Not hinting at anything. I mean, I probably don't know enough healing magic to heal you fully, but if I do and you want help as far as that goes, in some later time, I would be willing to help if you thought that was okay, but if not, that's cool too.
It kind of goes with my whole shady person.
That's
thing.
also what I figured.
It really helps.
All right, cool. All right.
And I will walk back to my house because I assume I have a house.
Because you told us where you live, we assumed you have a house too, or at least an apartment or a room someplace.
I know this place. It's more than just a room. It has to have a forge in it. It has to have an alchemy station in it.
Ooh,
It has a lot of shit.
do you don't tell me that, do you?
No, this is just me saying out loud.
Okay,
Like,
I figured that because if you mentioned alchemy, hello.
Are you a cripple, Lumber Beth? Yes, I am a cripple.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
You've obviously learned to deal with them, implying that if you haven't, you're a cripple.
No.
Ah, man, subtext is fantastic in D&D. I love it. I'm gonna do that too.
You're making unfounded accusations about my subtext that I was not subtexting.
Well, let's put it this way. You've sustained serious injuries over a long period of time. Have you learned to live with them?
Now that you say it, it sounds silly. I guess I should have just skipped to the end.
Anyway, so Watt is going back to his house. Or I for some reason I feel like your character lives more in a warehouse himself because of all the stuff that he needs.
Yeah, probably. It's a warehouse with just like a small cot in the corner.
It's mostly your workshop with storage. What is the rest of the party?
Okay, so I mean, if we want to lay low, I personally wouldn't want to. If we want to lay low, I wouldn't want to go hunting for the lieutenants here just yet. So I'd want to say that now that we're in the Oasis again, we find some place to hole up until Juan sends word to Bruno.
Well, if that's the case, then you guys might as well just come back with me.
Okay.
That,
Why we also
Like I
have
said,
the king.
unless we want to go Saronicus hunting.
and if you're gonna go hunting, might as well take me. Why not?
Yeah, I was just saying if there are 7 people here and we want to combine waiting for them and work another angle of our own, that's what I suggest we do.
If anyone might know who could have this kind of thing, I feel like it would be the king.
Yeah,
We could ask.
yep. But that's right. We're in the Oasis now. We could go see him. Yeah. Thanks, Tread.
You're welcome.
The Warlock himself did not think of this issue. That was not out loud, by the way, or through the earring.
Okay, so you are going back to the king, or are you going with Watt?
I think we'll go back to the king. We can ask him more stuff, and then meet up with Watt later to tell him what we know.
What?
Bruno.
What?
I can see this is going to become a thing.
It's a little named Mars.
No.
That's unfortunate.
Oh dear. And we can also check on the Frederick situation, and if the king is available, I can tell him about the boats. So I'm going to make my way over there to check on things if anybody else wants to come along. Because, I mean, it's probably going to be about a 2-second errand anyway. Hey, is the king in? Has he figured out what to do with Frederick yet? Can he come talk to me for like 10 seconds if he has the time, etc.?
He may also have aides who could help us.
Yes.
Intelligence, things,
Yep.
words.
And also, not to complicate everything, but I don't want to deal with Frederick's retainers right now. I really don't. It feels like I don't know. They have I know they're supposed to do what I say until things are dealt with, but I just feel icky about it because they have no loyalty to me. Nor should they. All right, so off to see the wizard/king.
Yes.
Okay, so you go to the palace.
Yes.
Do I have to tell the guards we seek an audience for the king, or like that?
Yes. You inform one of the aides, and they usher you into the throne room and kind of position you where you're supposed to be because they realize you're not used to this.
Yeah, my body language would probably show that, obviously.
The pot, probably.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. I'd have to take the pot off.
This Doff's pot.
Yep.
It's customary to disrobe in front of royalty. Okay.
No. This is just
You see
my
as
headwear.
you see as Treadskull starts undoing his fastening and starts like taking off his shirt.
I would try to stop him. Tread, don't be doing that.
I don't understand. You removed yours.
Just my headwear. You don't have any headwear you normally wear, so that's fine. You don't have to remove that.
I see. And I reharness my leather straps and stuff.
Okay.
It's basically just furs attached with leather straps.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. The king is sitting on his throne. Lulgun Bask, how may I help you? How goes your search?
We made some new contacts and things are going well on that front. Something that I forgot to tell you in our last meeting was the floating boat that I came in here on bore a striking resemblance to the room that I was transported in Giva when I was taken hostage by Saronicus.
Are you saying that Saronicus stole one of these ships and I was not informed of it?
I am not sure. When we first arrived in Giva, Ulrich Skythorn told us that some plans may have been copied or stolen from the warehouse. And when I told Ulrich and Mr. Black about what I just told you, they both started speaking in Dwarvish, really hurriedly and angrily sounding, and Mr. Black slapped Skythorn really hard.
This is important. This is most useful information. Thank you, Mr. Bask.
You're welcome, Your Majesty.
You did learn stuff.
Well, is there anything else that you would wish to know?
Has there been any progress on the Frederick situation?
You most likely know more tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't forget about the injury thing.
The injury thing.
Our friend's injury that we're supposed to be investigating.
Our friend's injury we're supposed to be investigating. Oh dear. This is terrible. Oh, the gunshot. Oh, about Saronicus shooting holes?
Yes.
Oh yes, okay. We had gone to see a businessman by the name of Borne, and he said he had heard rumblings about Saronicus moving material, and that he had speculated that he himself had been shot by one of Saronicus's followers. And I was also wondering if you had any information about any such moving of material that we could help investigate.
I have been busy with official business of the Oasis and
Okay.
the Kingdom of Ultan. If they are using the networks that Mr. Borne and Mr. Sweet Tea are using within my kingdom, I would not have as much direct knowledge of them.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Silently bemoans failure out of character as momentary failure as a role player, etc., and we will take our leave.
Okay. What do you do now?
Gonna try to make myself some more antitoxin.
You're obsessed with antitoxin. I'm gonna have to throw something with poison at you at some point.
I'm not obsessed. I just don't want to poison myself right now, okay?
That literally happened the last time you tried to make anti-poison. Okay. You managed to make a one-use anti-poison.
Okay.
What? What?
How many animals are in this general area? Like outside the palace?
There is a decent number of like rats and cats and dogs spread throughout all of the oasis.
Okay. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna ritual cast speak with animals. And I'm gonna try to recruit them all to try to figure out who shot this guy.
Okay. I'm gonna need an animal handling check.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Of course. You are now
Rolls a
the
1.
best. He rolls a 20.
Oh,
Nat 20, 27 total.
All right, you are now the best friend of most of the animals in the area, and your fame will shine throughout all the oasis within the cultures of the various animals.
I finally achieved my dream.
You see people looking in on this situation, see Tredskala standing out in the middle of one of the courts of the palace, just surrounded by animals. Birds are on his head and his shoulders. Birds are on top of the cats, the dogs, the rats. There's just like this whole like almost rock stars crowd of animals around Tredskala. They eat. Are you going to ask them to look for or find something?
Yes. So basically, I'm trying to get across the point that I figured communicating with animals isn't through speech. It would be like images and stuff. I'd like to project an image of Holsborn and being shot, and if any of them saw that, to let me know, and that kind of stuff.
All right. So in like a really dramatic kind of almost stick figure like machinima kind of card flip animation, you have a very realistic picture of Holsborn's face on a stick figure body. And just suddenly something go and like blow part of him away, and there's a question in there. The animals all seem to kind of to notice the thunder stick, as you would say, and they report that there were many use of thunder sticks uh, a couple of days ago on a man that looked kind of like that was hit, and they can see if they can ask around and find out about who was using the thunder sticks.
Okay, I can only do this for 10 minutes, so when they let me know that, I will say any animals who can bring me more information come back and I will feed you.
Okay.
And you will be my second as king of the beasts.
you, you get the impression that they tell you that it's it might be like by the end of the day cycle before it turns to night, you might hear something back, but it'll take many roaming sessions for them to figure out.
Go, my children.
you see people see as Chedskal just like raises his arms and this huge sound of wings and meows and growls as the birds just fly up into the air, almost blot out part of the sun, and like the animals just scatter out from him into the various things, and everyone's just kind of like it's kind of daunting for people to see this happening, and especially with like in the shadow with some light catches Treadskull's eyes, you see little glints of him and this little shadowy thing with his arms raised, and then it's all nice and light again. People just decide to have pressing business elsewhere and leave the lizard folk to his animals.
Like immediately and never come back.
They will assist in searching for our man.
Okay.
It was 2 boars and weasel.
Yes, giant weasel.
Those are still with you, by the way.
Good. I tell them they're my special boys.
You rub the bellies of the boars, and the weasel just kind of is sunbathing, for lack of a better term, as you kind of tickle him with your tail. You have a tail, yes?
Yes.
Okay. The blessings of being a lizard folk. You can now pet 3 animals at once if you're standing on 2 legs.
That is beautiful.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else?
I'm good.
Okay. So Watt is slaving away in his workshop, being a mad scientist. Oh, that's right. Yoan isn't here because Yoan is not here. Brock, are you doing anything?
No, nothing in particular.
Just trying not to be picked up by the cops?
Sorry, what?
Just trying not
I
to be
must have
picked up.
spaced out. Oh, trying not to be picked up by the cops.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Indeed.
If there's time, could I work on my poison glove?
We go with no, because that probably takes you a couple hours since they are prototypes.
Okay, no problem.
Because new thing, despite the fact you've made gauntlets in the past, getting it right might take a bit.
No problem. I just figured I'd ask.
Hey, you don't know if you don't ask. Okay,
How many hours has it been?
maybe 4 or 5.
Could I make some poison?
You could
I mean, in that time frame, I mean to say.
make some poison in that time.
Okay.
I'd also like to do a healing potion.
All right. Is it amusing?
Jesus Christ, stop doing this.
Uh-oh.
It'd be what Dex and
Yours is for it's dexterity. I want to say
nature
Nature?
or medicine.
Or medicine, yeah. One of the two.
We'll go with nature since you are a druid and you healing points of nature more than you get all the herbs together, but you kind of fumble them. You keep thinking about all the animals, and it's just like, dang it, I'm not gonna make health potions right now.
You're thinking about all the
Scruffy better be pulling his weight.
think about all the animals and how much all the animals in the Oasis love you to pieces.
Except Scruffy.
Oh,
He's a lazy piece of shit.
Damn it, Scruffy!
you've named the summoned animals now, have you?
No, Scruffy's a dog.
Scruffy's one of the strays. He's the lazy one.
Okay.
He just pretends to act cute to beg for food.
That's why he's also kind of a little bit heavier set, kind of like a Shiba Inu.
Yeah, if he doesn't help, I'm gonna eat him.
This is dire consequence.
Let's hope you don't tell him that right away.
No, I did. I told him, you better do your job, Scruffy. God damn it, I'll eat you.
I really enjoyed the situations where we get to see Tread. That's just great.
You're welcome.
Okay. For the making of poison, you accidentally have made it two vials of anti-poison.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay. Should we close out the day for this and then go to the next?
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
Those cool time-lapse photography things as we see all the stars in the sky go past and then the sunrise.
And Scruffy pooping in an alley.
Oh dear.
Yes. Howling at the moon as he does so because he's got some cramps.
All right.
By the way, in Tread Scala, and wherever Tread Scala is staying, I'm assuming it has a window. You hear and something's at the window.
I will cast Speak with Animals and check.
There is a bird, large bird, kind of not necessarily vulture-like, but similar, but with more plumage. It informs you that the people with the thunder sticks, well, after you the thunder sticks, started clearing out their comrades from the city.
So they escape, they're gone.
The one who wielded the thunder stick is definitely gone, and the rest of the people are also slowly but surely becoming less and less.
Any idea where?
The bird says that they're migrating both south and west, and some are migrating to the north.
Southwest and north.
Yes.
And the one who used the boomstick?
The thunder stick was heading west.
West. Perfect.
But one of the people, the sea people's places, to one of their nesting places.
This is a carnivorous bird, correct?
Yes, this is a carnivorous bird.
Is this before midnight or before dawn?
Yes.
I'm gonna go up to one of the boars
Oh.
and slay it, and give a chunk of it to the bird. You've done well.
Well, they disappear like every day, right? So it wouldn't.
They disappear at dawn.
So pretty much they die all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So you slaughter a boar in your room. Bird, some of your bag or some of your boar from a bag, and is very thankful and flies off.
Vulture, not the boar.
No, the boar is dead.
I mean, he's flying off into boar heaven, but
Yep.
Technically, he's also flying off in the bird's stomach.
that is also true.
Parts of him.
You guys are fucked. All of you.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, so he went west, and they went like every direction except south, right?
It's east.
Every
East.
direction but east, I guess, yeah.
Every direction but east.
Because a lot of the east is barren desert.
Okay. I will take note of that and go back to bed and wait till morning to let everyone else know.
Okay. Morning comes. People get up.
My children came back to me.
Sounds weird.
Okay.
The Thunderstick man escaped. He fled west.
Okay.
His allies went in every direction but east. They're leaving the city en masse. I believe that's how you humans call it. En masse? Is it en masse? En masse?
And mass works a bunch of people at a time. Yep. Okay.
As you're doing this, Eric comes up to you and says, "Mr. Bask,
Yes.
Sir Lundgren, or you're not sir yet, but Mr. Bask, is there anything that you would wish me and my compatriots to do?"
Yes, actually. We've had word of a man who wields. I try and fail to describe the tubes. He fled west. I don't know how far. Keep a low profile, but see what you can find out, like where he's staying or how far he got to, so we can keep an eye on him.
That might be a little bit beyond my ability and require me leaving the oasis. Is that your request?
No. Okay, just on second thought, just like stay here while we await word. I don't want to put you guys in a place where you can't, like, what am I trying to say? Where you don't let me put it where they don't get themselves killed because we can't help them. I know they can take care of themselves, but if they get in over their heads, I want to make sure that they'll be able to serve their liege as long as possible. Meaning Sir Algrim, not me.
At least technically is Sir Frederick.
Okay, well, they can't serve him right now. So I'm just saying, yeah, just if I think of something, I'll let you know. But I don't want you guys to leave the oasis right now, I don't think.
Very well. Is there anything else? Shall I fetch you breakfast?
Sure, just a simple one, if you would. That'd be appreciated.
All right. He goes and begins ordering breakfasts for, and everyone else is left up to dry because you're not his superior. Actually.
I know.
I'm talking
Isn't
to
it?
I'm talking to the rest of the party. Yeah, he comes back and is very meat, cheese, and some bread. Very Spartan.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you, Eric.
All right. I leave if that's okay.
It is.
All right. He goes somewhere else. All right.
What was that?
That felt weird. Because my character is not used to any of that. I get my own food.
Because you're not a noble.
I make my own bed. I harvest my own crops. I, do my own laundry. If they do that in this universe, I do that for myself.
Why wouldn't they do laundry?
Welcome to the good life.
I suddenly hear a voice from beyond the grave muttering about the good life.
Oh yeah, how would Frederick feel to know that a low-born citizen is now in his place as
He'd probably hate
unstupid-
my poor low-born guts.
Here's the thing. There are many paths to nobility. The most common path is beginning as a squire, being taken on by a knight.
Mhm.
Technically, he would be a squire.
All right.
So he's on his way to claiming a nobility. He might be looked down upon. He might be looked down upon by highborn nobility, but still, a title is a title.
True.
I'm used to that because of my racial background and
you wear a pot on your head.
Being looked upon as a combination of a hippie and the village idiot.
You mostly kept yourself in the villages, though. Yes. Question.
Yes, I have an ability for being a dragon marked human. For the mark of making, it's called Spellsmith. Essentially, at dawn, I can choose a piece of armor or a weapon. And if it's a piece of armor, I get a +1 to AC. If it's a weapon, I get a +1 to hit and damage. I was going to use that on my armor and give me a +1 to AC.
All right. Oh, that's what that is. What are we working with today, Tread?
2 giant badgers and a boar.
You love your boars. I don't think there's been one without one, except for an elk, perhaps.
I think the first one was without a boar.
There have been a couple, but for the most part, there's usually at least one boar.
I shall ride him into battle. Da, da, da. Okay.
Cedric.
So what are you guys doing?
I would not know where they are because they
True.
didn't tell me where they were gonna be. So I'm kinda just,
True. So
I
you're kind of, yeah.
So you're in your workshop, eating some warm food. Sad
it
music's
would
playing.
definitely be like day old or 2 day old oatmeal, just cold and gloopy. Just,
Cold would be if it rained here, there'd be raining. There's sad music playing. There might be a sad looking dog outside the window. McLaughlin's playing. Anyway,
could
Hey, it's Scruffy.
I make some kind of roll to start making a schematic for an automatic wagon?
that would be, I'm gonna say, a straight intelligence roll. Mainly because it's neither magical nor any speciality of it.
Yes. All right, so straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
Could I get my artisan's intuition bonus?
Yes, because this would be a lot of fine tinkering.
All right, so I get a +1d6 to it.
Oh yeah, you're even without any additional thing,
26.
you just like knowing you had a good dream. It's like, I know exactly what I want to do for XYZ, and you just start maniacally drawing out your schematic for the wagon. Your oatmeal is getting colder and gloopier as it's right next to you as you work feverishly over it.
Okay.
Does the automatic wagon have what do they call those doors from the DeLorean?
No, there is no door, but it may have some armor plating.
That sounds like metric tons of fun.
The Mad Max of wagons.
Yes. It's just going to be this monstrous steam engine out the back of it, just pumping. Yeah, just going.
So a train without tracks.
Yes.
Nice.
You're turning Ultimate into a Mad Max alternative timeline. I love it.
I'm
Oh man.
and you know what? I would once I'm done with that, I would go find a gym guy.
Okay, I actually wait. Where are my?
The last gym person that we went to was not in the city. It was in Healot.
Yeah, I'm trying to check my because I drew up a couple of things for that, but yeah, there's no there. I don't have any gem things in the Oasis, so it's time to make some.
Let me see if I wrote down what that person's name was. No, I do not. So yeah, I don't have a note for that person's name. Goddamn, 23 on my intelligence roll. That's fucking. I love it.
Almost as nice as my 27 animal handling.
Well, I didn't. So the max I could get is 30.
Damn.
Wow. That's awesome.
Well, because if I rolled a 20, I'd get 24, and if I rolled a 6 on my d6, that's a total of 30.
Mhm.
Wow.
All right.
And I just want to make a car.
That's all I want to do. Really.
So
you guys have no idea about what I built yesterday. It's
We'll find out eventually.
Yep, we will.
let
You'll
us
be
run into some bitches.
Okay. You go to one of the more lively gem traders at the store called In the Rough.
Okay. I'll open up the door,
Okay.
walk in, bang on the table so someone comes.
Yes. You see an elf come out from behind from the back room.
hmm
May I help you?
Yes. You guys sell what would essentially be bulk materials.
When we can, yes, for the right price.
I just need simple crystals that I could imbue um, with magical essence, magical energy.
Yes, we could get you some.
They don't have to be very big. If anything, I prefer to keep them about 2 inches by a half inch, maybe an inch.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm sure we can get you a larger number of crystals. Which ones are you particularly looking for?
just plain quartz, if possible.
Quartz. Oh.
Yeah.
Quats.
Quartz.
Higher when I have special stuff back for more higher end gems, but this is just basic utilitarian uh, materials for me.
Well, we do have a number of large pieces of quartz, much larger, ranging from about, he goes for like a half an inch by an inch and larger up to, and he indicates something about like 5 foot. We've had a large number of quartz. Not very many people really want them. That's more of a something you would find in Giva. So we have all this inventory and nowhere to go. So I'm sure if you can get rid of it or need more of it, we could set up a long-term, perhaps, purchasing plan.
Okay, how much do you have currently?
About 400 pounds.
400 pounds. How much for 100 pounds?
Kind of counts off his head. The cheapest ones are a handful of silver.
No. I don't. I need high quality. I need very nice clarity. Um, they don't have to be cut. I just need high quality.
We don't deal in anything beyond mid to high tier gems, sir.
Okay. You mean anything below?
No, no. Oh, sorry, anything above. Yes, no. We only sell mid to high tier gems here. We have a quality. He brings out some examples of like the crappiest crystal and quartz that he has, and it looks like what the most other shops that you've encountered sell is high end.
Okay. Let me see your high end one. A high end example.
He brings out probably a fist-sized one, and he says, "This is an example of a smaller." I'm not going to be pulling up the larger ones, of course, and it looks, except for like some of the facets within the quartz itself, it looks like he's almost holding like air.
Okay. I'd like to use my jeweler's kit to make an honest assessment of its usability for my purposes.
Okay.
So, intelligence then?
Yes.
All right. And if I did this correctly, it should automatically roll my, yep, my, there we go. 26.
One of these, particularly this one, is going to run you about 50 silver.
50 silver?
hmm
Okay. Could I get 100 pounds of similar to this quality? The same or, right around that.
Well, we have about 90 pounds in this configuration. The closest we have a little bit, just a fraction, and he pulls out an example. It looks a little more frosted, but it's still pretty clear. We have more of this quality that should round out the 100 pounds by about 10.
I can do that.
Okay.
Let's talk numbers.
All right. This is roughly Really, this is just taking up stock of where we could put much better gems. I would be willing to sell most of this to you for about this quartz thing weighs about a pound, and he says roughly 40 silver a pound.
40 silver a pound.
Mhm.
Talk to me in gold, sir.
Okay, let's see.
That's what, 40
Uh-huh.
gold?
100 silver or gold?
It's 100 silver or gold in this universe. Everyone else uses 10. And
Okay, so 40 gold. Yeah.
yeah, about 40 gold.
I'll
For
give him
4,
50
4K.
for posterity.
Oh, thank you. Shall we expect your patronage in the future?
Uh, Most definitely. If you can keep getting one's quality of this and set them aside for me, and if you come across anything unique, and I'll give him my address. Have these delivered to my place immediately.
And what's the name I shall put down on the ledger?
Uh, Watson.
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 He marks that down.
Um, I'll be the door's unlocked. Just have them set them in there. Tell your people to be very careful. And I am not responsible for anything that happens to them if they are not careful.
He kind of looks at you a little strangely. I'll let them know. Handle with care. You see him write down in Elvish. If you can read that. Yeah.
Actually, I think I can. No, I don't speak Elvish. I speak Common, Gnomish, and Dwarvish. All the crafters.
He writes something down. It looks like squiggle, and then he kind of underlines it a couple times.
All right. And I would like to enchant, because I have some small crystals with me. I'd like to, for my, my, what is it? Magecraft,
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. Yeah, Magecraft. We're going to do Shock and Grasp.
Shocking. Okay.
Uh, and then I still don't know where these fucking people are. So I'm going to go back to my workshop and wait on my delivery. Because they didn't tell me where they were going to be at. I just told them where I was going to be at. So I'll be there until one of them comes gets me.
All right. What are the rest of you doing?
Oh, wait. On the way back, I'd like to buy. Actually, go ahead and go with them. I'll let you know when what I'm going to buy.
Okay. All right. So what are you guys doing?
Let me take a look.
Could I buy a very large wagon, like twice the normal size?
You can check some of the wagon salesmen. They might have some, or you might be able to commission one.
I'd like to commission one.
All right.
How big would you say the average wagon is?
The average wagon is probably be about 6 foot by 8.
6 foot wide, 8 foot long?
Yeah.
All right, let's go for 12 by 10.
Okay.
And
They kind of look at you a little strangely.
and a second set of wheels. Not a second set, but like a third row of wheels.
So 6 wheels altogether.
6 wheels altogether, yes.
All right. They put it a little odd, but they say they can make you one for about 3K.
For 3K?
Yeah.
The average wagon's only like 50 gold.
Well, it's specialized. They have to get longer lumbers. They usually have these things pre-cut delivered to them. So then they're gonna have to get a custom order for that and a few other things, and they're gonna have to allow for the extra weight, and then they're gonna have to get their people to fit all the stuff compared to it's already pretty much there. They just have to assemble it.
Fine, 3K.
Okay.
And that is all. I'll go back now to my place and I'll would the crystals be delivered roughly then or no?
The crystals. It's 100 pounds. Yeah, they probably would have gotten there by now. They're waiting just inside the door.
Then I'm going to start taking crystals and cutting them into 2 inch by 2 inch by 1 inch things, like rectangles.
Okay. What is the rest of the party doing?
So I
Trying.
feel like we should either just go meet up with him or go to the king to see if
I'm-
Frederick's okay. Because didn't he say to come the next day?
Yeah, yeah, he did actually.
Okay. Which of those two options are you doing?
I was trying to think of something to make that was not a poison, and I could only come up with like soap and maybe one other thing. So failing that, I could probably just do that later, and we should go see King Arioch, see how the Frederick things are going.
Okay. You notice there are a number of guards more going around the palace.
Hmm.
I'm assuming you're going to Arioch's throne room, yes?
Yeah.
All right. You come in, you're ushered in quite quickly and established before Arioch, and he says, thank you for coming, Mr. Bask. Have you heard the news?
What news?
I'll take that as a no. Frederick's body is missing.
Son of a pancake flipper. Not out loud. Do you have how recently was this?
Sometime during the night.
Hmm. Huh. Oh, wow. I don't really know what to say about that. And out of character, I don't really know what to say about that either. Would you like our help to investigate?
And Sir Algrim's kind of there. I would very much appreciate your assistance. And Arya holds up his hand and says, I believe thread of fate is at work here. The guards searching around the palace are merely for Sir Algrim's peace of mind and to the palace guards' peace of mind as well.
So,
Please carry on Frederick's mission and whatever other side projects you may be doing. I'm sure everything will turn out fine.
okay. Thank you, Your Majesty.
In Tread's head, I should have ate him.
If he said that through the earring, I'm silently but gently rebuking him.
Rebuke me harder.
I don't think that's how this works.
Let's go with that. Okay. Now what are you guys doing?
Well, now I'm silently swearing to myself in character. So, yeah, that happened.
What did it?
So, I don't know what was what because I don't have detect magic or anything like that to detect like illusions or anything of that nature.
Could
And
we
because
cite that?
because the Dervish King, I'm gonna do an insight check. I know he's a swell fellow and all that, but I gotta try to do something about this. This is wild. Hold on, I gotta figure out where the insight thing is because I almost never use that.
But
Of course, Nat 20 is on that. Arioch is generally not worried about this, and he thinks he seems to think that it's more positive than negative.
Do I have any idea about why he thinks that, other than being the Dervish King, life and death, etc., etc.?
You're not really sure, but it seems like he really does expect this situation to turn out beneficially rather than negatively.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh man. So that doesn't mean. So that doesn't specifically mean he knows where Frederick is or doesn't know. He's just not worried about it.
For the most part, yes.
Okay. One of the only ways he could figure that out was if maybe he knew a bit more than he was telling. I don't know. Maybe he knows who took him and they're an all right person. Man. Insert endless mental speculation here.
How can they hear me? No, you can't. We can hear you.
Yeah, well, it's like, okay, how does he know? How does he know it'll turn out well unless he has premonition or that he knows who took him?
He's the Dervish King, damn it.
I know he's a dervish king, but I'm thinking of it in terms of, like detecting Batman-ish sort of a thing. It's like, okay, well, how do you know? Either he was directly involved or indirectly involved, or he knows who took him, but he's not worried about it. So I probably shouldn't be worried about it either, even though my character would definitely be worried about it.
Also, I'm assuming Watt has like regular reports from his contacts, or is he just like, I only shake down people for information when I need it, or does he just like get reports?
It would be reports, like anyone moving large quantities of stuff, anyone moving in on new territory, anyone boasting about a new design or anything like that.
You have a report that in one of the southern cities, a being of great power appeared somewhere. There's not really a lot of information on it, just that a lot of people who did see it are kind of shaken up, and it seems to be dealing around some of the Saronicus hangouts.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that went well. Not.
So, Trent, sidebar for you, and I'm when I tell you this number, this is legitimate science.
This is legit, man.
Well, yeah. So quartz and granite have actually like a very similar density.
Mm-hmm.
Craig, I believe you could back me up on this.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm a little rusty.
Okay. But yeah, granite and quartz have roughly the same density, so they weigh about the same. And so I used granite for like my math and everything. So if I took that 100 pounds of quartz and I cut it into 2-inch long by 1-inch wide by a 1/4-inch thick rectangles, it'd weigh like 0.05 pounds. So 100 divided by that comes out to about 2,000 of those little rectangles. Does that sound reasonable to you?
That does sound reasonable. It's 100 pounds of the stuff.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. I used actual science.
Science.
I didn't just pull a number out of my butt.
But
Are you sure?
Hmm?
Are you sure you didn't just pull it out of your butt?
I mean, you can insight check me, but I'm telling the truth. I googled. I googled. I am telling the truth.
okay.
But yeah, it'd probably take me a while to cut them. But if they haven't showed up by the time I finish, I'm gonna start using shocking grasp and imbuing the crystals with shocking grasp, and like having them store it. Just hold it in my hand and just every 6 seconds casting it, because it's a cantrip for me. Just keep going until I have a good charge, and I'm gonna stack them. I'll probably do like I probably do 500 of the thunder crystals.
Thunder. Okay.
I'll do. I have 1,500 of the rectangle quartz now, and I have Did I say 500 or 200?
You said 500.
5.
Okay, good. 500 thunder crystals.
All right.
I have a ledger.
What are the other people doing?
I'm gonna make some perfume real quick. I'll try to.
No one is coming for me. I'm just gonna be sitting in my workshop, just like they'll come.
No. After that, I'm gonna go over to see you because I got stuff we need to talk about. This sucks.
One is the loveliest.
Just sitting here.
Roll me a 1d6.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, this is gonna be terrible.
You accidentally make acid.
Oh, whoops. I did that wrong.
You take 6 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
Poison damage. And you can't use your left hand for the rest of the day.
And I can't use my left hand.
Yes.
Hey, Bask,
Good,
are you
good
a cripple?
lord.
I mean, have you learned to live with it?
I still don't understand.
Are you eating a jelly donut?
Don't use inside jokes. Do not. That people wouldn't understand. But I still don't understand why it seems like Bask is an asshole
What?
without meaning to. Without meaning to be. Anyway. So yeah. It's your hand's just kind of seized up. It looks like the Arthur meme on the flip side. All right. Are you going to round up the posse and head over to Watt's place?
Yep.
All right. Okay. I'm going to assume you're heading to Watt's place. So, about halfway through your enchanting, so you're about 250.
Okay.
You hear a knock on the door.
I'll go over and just like I have my pistol pulled out behind the door, and I just crack it, and like my good eye, because my door opens from the right to the left, and just lean out with the good eye. Yes.
You see
Ask.
you see the tin pot dictator and his comrades.
Tin pot.
And I'll open the door the rest of the way, and I'll put my pistol away. Be very careful. Don't touch stuff that you don't know what they are. I'm not responsible for whatever happens to you.
Okay.
Tread refrains from touching anyone or anything. Because he doesn't know what they are. Ha.
That's very fair. That's very fair.
Depending on what it is, I don't know what they are either, so I wouldn't be touching anything in here either.
Welcome to my home. I'll be silent first.
That terrible water. It burns. Sorry. I couldn't resist that one. Okay.
I'm not responsible. What new information do you have? I assume that's why you came here. If you came for tea, I don't have any. If you came for food, I only have oatmeal.
Oatmeal's good food. Not
Not
that
when
I'm.
it's all you eat.
Oh, okay.
What's that for?
To see if I pick something up and mess with it.
Oh no.
I would say he is wise enough not to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if he would choose to, I can give you an idea of what is in the room.
Sure.
Right, there is a vat of acid, a small vat. It's a small barrel of acid. There's definitely one of some kind of it's slick and glossy looking liquid. You don't know what it is. I know what it is. Trent, you can probably guess what it is. Um, it is well, no, you guys would know what it is. It's oil.
Yeah.
You guys know what it is. And then on like different tables throughout the room, there's like a stack of bombs, a stack of crystals, piles of lead and gunpowder, barrels of gunpowder and sulfur and flour and iron and shit like that. And then on a table, there's a one gauntlet that is has some red uh, design to it on like a stand. And then on the table beside it, there's another one that has like a yellowish design on it. It is the red one is very streamlined, very nice looking. The yellow one is very clunky and bulky looking. And each one on the inside, like probably where they'd pull like the mid forearm, there's a little repository with a 2-inch by 1-inch rectangle right there.
Okay. So you're an alchemist then?
Among other things.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, there's a mini forge in the back. There's an alchemist lab. There's a table full of wood cutting tools. There's a table full of jeweler stuff. There's some small tinkering stuff. It's a lot of shit. It's a workshop. That is purely it is a workshop.
So you enchant too then?
Not really. I can do small stuff. Bigger stuff I have to outsource for.
Okay.
But I like to keep it simple.
Okay.
I've learned that technology and magic don't really mix that well. And the more magic you add, the less technology works. The more technology you add, the less magic works. So if you can keep it simple, you can get a good mix of both.
Interesting. I'm impressed.
But what can I help you guys with? What do you?
We have
going
news.
somewhere? Are we killing someone?
We have news about apparently, based on our contacts, they've told us that basically all the Saronicus people have left here.
Okay.
The guy who shot holes Borne apparently fled west. The other Saronicus members fled north and south.
Okay.
And do I trust him enough out of character? Do I trust him enough to tell him about Frederick's body's no place?
It's up to you.
Do you? You as a character?
No, not really. I just met the guy. He seems like he's business. Business is fine. So I won't tell him about Frederick just yet because that was kind of our personal business before we met him. So, I mean, before we met Bruno.
So we were hired to. Well, I specifically was hired. You guys were also hired, but I was hired to kill the guy that went after Holzborn. So I think we should take care of that. And let's go west. Trent,
Sounds
would I know like the city directly west to us would be?
If I can drag us over to the
World
Eastern
map.
Kingdom world. Well,
The
technically,
map.
this is the map of the Eastern Kingdom, and I'm just gonna have to pull up some screen sharing just real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so directly west of the oasis, there's the Piers of Pascam and the port of Healat. There's nothing really directly west of the oasis, city-wise. Although Giva is referred to as the southern city, there's also the Citadel of Hua, which has a small like shanty camp around it, and then there's Sula up in the north.
Well, if they were going west, my idea would be to go to Pascom and leave the country. And I'll look at them and go, Pascom's a small fishing, shipping, oceanside city. A lot of ships and everything go through there. It's what I know, it's about probably. It looks like probably about a week of travel.
Yes, that's about right.
Okay, It's about a week from here. Do you know how much of a head start they have on us?
I turned to Tread, raised an eyebrow.
The bird was very clear that they left very soon after the thunder stick was used on the man. So, week, maybe more.
Oh, wow.
About a week.
Okay, so he's already there. If they're going to Pascom, he's already there. He could already have left the country. Let's go to Pascom and find out what we can find out. I just need a little bit of time to gather some supplies. How are we traveling? Basque?
Yes, he does. He
You're the
doesn't
leader.
know. I know, but I don't know if I could have used the ship whenever we want to.
You'd have to ask.
Okay, we'd have to go back to. But I don't know if I don't trust him to tell him about Frederick. I probably not going to trust him to tell him about the boat either.
Well, it's either you are going to take a slow ass horse and carriage, or you're going to get there as fast as you can.
Well, we can't go slow. Okay,
I can summon some animals a couple hours a day.
How far can they carry us?
Well, let's see. Conjure animals. 1 hour per casting, which I can do up to 5 times.
Okay, so 5 hours of travel.
That's not enough.
No, it's not. All right.
Depending on what I get us, it could double our pace during that time and give us extra energy to travel by foot when we're not using them.
But it's all up to the dice as far as what is summoned.
No, that's up to me.
Okay.
I just imagine Dread Scala riding at top speed on a boar across the desert, just looking at the scale behind it.
Faster, Pumbaa!
Okay, so yeah, I mean, barring that, either we go with.
So we would need 4 to carry all of us, right?
Oh man.
So
it'd be 5.
They would have 5.
5 with Yoan if Yoan's coming with.
The rock's huge.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Did they? Quick question: did they mention this guy ship in front of me? Like, did it slip out in conversation?
I don't think so.
I don't think they did. This is more of internal. This is party talk. This is the party, not the characters talking for the most part.
I didn't know like the whereabouts exactly on if they had said anything about it or not.
Yeah, you were just seeing like some internal turmoil going on in Lundgren's face as he's trying to decide what to do.
Turmoil is right.
Giant bats.
You don't know. You don't know what the turmoil is about. It's just that he's having some turmoil.
Giant fly, 60 feet.
Some angst. Yeah, if it's a 1 week trip, I don't think we talk about animals.
It could actually be a bit longer because it's 2 to Giva, and it looks like it's slightly longer on the map to get to Piscom.
It's 2 days to Giva?
2 weeks.
2 weeks to Giva.
If it's 2 weeks to Giva, it's going to be a month to Pascom by whatever we're using.
30. Yeah, it's double that distance.
Would be like 5 weeks. We don't have that kind of time. They could be gone forever. Okay. Against my player brain better judgment, I got to tell Bruno here if he's coming with about an alternate method of transportation that we have access to.
I'm just going to intervene as the DM here, say that it might be better to say we have a way and then tell him about the thing as you're leading him onto it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
that's what I would do at least.
That's not nice, Trent.
Hey, it's up to you. That's the options.
Well, you guys, if you're gonna give me a week on this ship, I'm gonna know how it works. I'm gonna make another one, and then I'm gonna be rich and I'll retire.
Oh, it's If it takes 2 days to get to Giva with the sky ship, it's going to take you about 4 to get to the Piers of Pascom.
That's almost a week.
So 1 week, almost 1 week versus 5.
And that's if you're not clapped in irons.
I won't be clapped in irons. I'm a good guy.
But are you
There's
Mostly?
there's no possible way that crew would know me specifically.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure you haven't pissed off any tieflings in your past?
I mean, I'm sure I have, but I was talking more along the lines of what we spoke about with the guild thing.
Oh, they're
Oh,
from Giva.
Yeah, but that's where the airship's from.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it's built there, there's a chance that crew could know me.
Oh yeah, they are most of the firearms and these things are manufactured in Giva.
All right, let's fucking do it. You guys are the leaders. I'm here for the ride. I'm just a gun. I'm a hired gun.
Do we know
Yes.
how these ships work? Would like extra wind help?
You don't know.
Okay.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that they fly.
Says the man who can.
Well, in my experience, I'm the only one I know, and maybe a few others I've seen in my travels who can even do that. It's usually not applied to an object. It's not like a bird. All right, so yeah. Okay, so we have access to an alternate way of transportation that would be able to get us there somewhat faster. What was that for?
What was what for?
Well, I don't know if I was you
I
were
was looking down at my hand and doing other things, and
okay.
I'm giving you a hint.
Oh, I didn't know if you were distressed with my roundabout rambling.
No, you're playing your character. Go right
Oh,
ahead. Be as
all
rambly
right.
as you want.
Cool. All right, so it would get us there in 4 to 5 days instead of as many weeks. And would
Okay.
you be willing to travel with us?
I mean, I was paid to, so yes.
Mercenary, I like it. Okay.
Artisan.
Okay.
We need money.
What is an artisan?
Somebody who makes things.
Oh,
I don't
Like-
make things. I make artwork that just so happens to usually be destructive.
I make artwork that just so happens to be things.
I make things and I hold up my ogre shield.
That's very, very nice. I hate
forgot.
it.
Insight, because that sounded condescending.
All right, would I roll deception then?
Yeah.
Damn.
What's this critical one?
Oh fuck, this is gonna be bad. I don't have a bonus for this.
Ah!
We're kind of,
Oh,
would it be like just like he thinks I was being rude, but he doesn't know for sure.
It's like you're still sure it's condescending. You're not sure about what it is though.
I'm just smile. Just
You mock me.
no, I would never do that. I don't even know your name. That's a fact. Bruno does
reminds
not
me-
know.
Yeah.
Bruno knows nobody's name except for Bask.
It reminds me of the first time Nick was playing with us in another D&D session. They went for like 3 days without telling each other their names. We're fighting off things. We have no idea who you are. I've never met this man in my life. But yes. Go.
all right. So,
Thanks.
do you need to?
Do you tell him your name, Tridscala?
No. You will earn my name or not at all.
Okay, so, he said he was paid. Do you need time to gather supplies, Bruno?
Just give me a minute to grab some stuff from my workshop.
All right.
I have basically everything already in my inventory, Trent, I'm just letting you know I'm also grabbing all the thunder crystals I've already imbued, plus the ones I didn't imbue, like the other 250,
Mhm.
and then another 500. No, another 1,000.
You see him just going.
Dumping stuff into the bag.
Multiple bags.
Lots of bags.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. It's just multiple fucking bags. It's different. It's a couple satchels. Like there's a legitimate backpack, a few satchels, and I'm pretty laden, and I'm just like, all right, let's go.
All right.
Quick question. If I were to have the giant greatsword, like the giant sized one, on my back, would I still be able to carry it like anime style, or or would that just be ridiculous?
You'd have to probably be a bit more horizontal to do that.
Damn.
More raptor style, but
How
it's
how
plausible.
long is the sword?
Well, the great swords are generally about 6 foot. This is a large version, so it might be 7, 8.
So depending on his height and lizard folk form, the blade may drag on the ground if he's upright.
Quite literally, he could. It might be. How tall is Tread standing?
I think I wrote this down somewhere.
He's got to be taller than me.
Most things are taller than you and Frederick in this game.
Frederick was pretty tall.
What?
Frederick was pretty tall.
He was
Well,
like
we can't check anymore.
6'3" for Red Scala. So
Yep, 6'3".
you could wear it on your back. And you could get it to not drag on the ground. You're just gonna be Velociraptor walking with it, though.
I'll pass on that.
Smart
I
move.
gotta read your character background now because I didn't realize that was there.
What was where?
Your allies and organizations and all this stuff.
Oh. Yeah, I was keeping notes on that right there.
That's fine. Oh, cool! You got Skull Cow. Nice.
Well, yeah, he's the only one who knows about him.
Please tell me it's not. I mean, he told
No,
us about it.
I told you guys the one time.
Oh,
The
okay.
second time.
The one time. Okay.
I like how Skull Cow is in all caps at the end.
hmm
Skull Cow.
If I need guidance, meditate for Skull Cow.
That's funny.
Okay. Anyway, back to the game. So it is a half hour later than where we normally go to, and this is a nice little stopping place as you get ready to go on another journey. And we shall see where that leads them next week, as I now have to draw another map for a city. So, cool music plays as lights go down, and we will catch you next week.